What do you consider cheating?
I consider emotional cheating.
I don't know why having an insecurity and admitting that you have an insecurity is such a bad thing. Like, do y'all really be walking around thinking that everything is perfect?
I was dating a guy, so he basically moved into my house. I was terrified. What are you doing? He's like, you weren't answering my messages. I'm like, I'm sleeping. Like, are you good? I ended up changing my locks that night.
So he leaves.
Yeah.
You change the locks. Restraining order, I presume.
I did not do a restraining order because I just was like
You know, when relationships go left, it really is wild. Like, it's like,
crazy.
we really was vibing at one point, and now it's like,
Mr. Jekyll and
yeah, I'm
Mr.
actually
Hyde,
like
you're a
really
whole new
embarrassed about that relationship.
and then I really was like, the audacity of men, because when women do that, when we start too soon bringing stuff over, saying, they don't even try to gently be like,
we're smothering.
Yeah.
We're smothering.
Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called Botox on the Beach. The ingredients you need to make a Botox on the beach are 3 ounces of the Agalima jalapeno mixer, 1 ounce of premium vodka, a ½ ounce of premium orange liqueur, 1 ounce of cranberry juice, and for garnish, you're going to do a lime wheel, an orange wheel, and a jalapeno slice. So this is how you're going to make a Botox on the beach. You're going to combine all of those ingredients in a mixing glass, fill it with ice, shake and strain into a glass filled with some more ice, and garnish with the lime wheel, the half of the orange wheel, and the jalapeno slice. And that is a Botox on the beach. You won't even feel your face.
For maybe more reason than one. Anyway, welcome back to CockTales Dirty Discussions, you guys. I'm Kiki Said So.
And I'm Medina Monroe. Hey, y'all.
Welcome back to another episode this week. We do have a guest today, so we won't take too long to give you guys some updates and announcements, but what you got to announce?
So
are there spaces left to go to Arizona?
There are some spaces.
Okay.
So there are some spots left if you want to buy the full experience. Go to paradiseandvibe.com. You guys, if you're new here, we're going to Sedona August 20th. August 24th through the 27th. We do have Issa Rae. She's not the only speaker that we have, but I'm just really excited to meet her. Also, we have some day passes. People were asking me in my DMs, like, is there a day pass? Is there a day pass? I brought it back to the people and they were like, we don't do day passes. And I was like, but the people need day passes. Anyways, we have day passes. So if you're someone where you live in Arizona and you were just like, man, I don't want to stay at the resort, or it was just too much, there's a day pass option. So go to paradiseandvibe.com, tell them I sent you, and I can't wait to see you at this retreat. It's going to be one for the books. So
now, I feel like you answered this before, but just so that we're clear, are men welcome, and are they only welcome if they're coupled up with women, or what's the vibe?
Everyone is welcome. So men, women, coupled, come on. I don't know why men don't come on retreats that'll give you some healing, because y'all the main ones that really need to be here. So get your ticket now. Get it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I want to remind you guys to sign up for my book club, patreon.com/Kiki Said So. This month, we are reading The Nothing Man. It is a novel, and it's a thriller. No more of those love stories this month. Thank God. We had a whole thing in the meeting. I was like, we're not doing it again this month. So we have this story, and it is told from the perspective of a serial killer. And a potential victim that got away, but her whole family was murdered. So it goes back and forth. It's pretty juicy. You guys should join. It's not too late. We have a mid-month happy hour. You missed it. But at the end of the month, we do discuss the book. So hopefully if you're looking to meet some new women and just have vibes online, and sometimes we do stuff in person, you can join us. And then also, finally, my new show has come out. It came out Tuesday and yesterday.
Wait, so we can listen to it now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So it is up, my first episode of the new Exo Man podcast from exonicole.com and Will Packer Productions is available. My guest was Deval Ellis. He was actually the first interview I did. for this show. I've done 15 episodes already, so there's a ton in the bank. I'm really excited to hear you guys' feedback, and I need this to work. And so I need y'all to go listen and leave comments and subscribe and share it and give me your honest feedback. And I just can't wait for y'all to check it out. I'll make sure I have it linked, and I'll be posting clips about that too. But really excited. It came out this week in honor of Father's Day. Because all I'm doing on the Exo Man podcast is talking to men.
And men's mental health month.
Oh, it is?
June is men's mental. One of my friends.
Do they know it?
I don't think so. Somebody grab him. If you walking right now and you see him, and just grab him by the back of his neck and tell him to act right, because it's
tell him, see the lady.
Yeah.
And listen to her too.
I can't wait to listen to your show. I'm gonna listen on the way home. I'm excited. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited. Hopefully I am trying to pull their money out of their pocket so that we can do an event soon. So fingers crossed. Maybe y'all could leave that in the comments and be like, we need to see this in person. Y'all just go ahead and get started with it right away. They pay attention to the comments.
Now,
and
let me ask you this. Yes. Or any of the men that you interviewed, are they single?
Yeah, some are single, some are married, some are looking, some aren't, some are divorced. It's lots of different men. The youngest person, I don't know if we had anybody in their 20s. If they were like late 20s, but mostly 30s to upwards to like 50s. So a wide range of men. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. DeVal Ellis was a great example on the show about a man who can hold himself accountable. And he talks about like mistakes he made and not being vague. He says them. And I always enjoy when somebody can tell you where they came from, when they figured it out, and what they're doing now. So you'll get to hear that. I hope you guys enjoy it. Check it out. And then next week's episode, the audio episodes come out on Tuesdays and the video episodes come out on Wednesdays. And then Thursdays, you've got CockTales. But next week's episode is Lateris Whitfield from Your Future Wifey podcast. And he was a hoot. So anyway, y'all check it out. Thank you guys in advance for the support. And now, enough about us and me. Let's get to our guest.
Okay, you guys. I love when we have on guests that like you personally know. And I'm just so excited to introduce my girl, Kelsey. Kelsey is a nurse practitioner.
I am.
Also in the beauty industry. She is an injector. And let me tell you guys, if you aren't following me on Instagram, then you already know I have been like, I am going to show you everything that is going on with my face, because I met her and I never knew what a facial balancing situation was. I didn't know what it was. And now I never want to not know what that is again, because I did not know I was walking around with a Bob's Burger chin.
Look, the Bob's Burger, you do not have a Bob's Burger chin.
Not anymore. No.
You were beautiful before as well. Okay.
Thank you.
But yeah, facial balancing, a lot of people don't know what it is. They don't know that like subtle tweaks of the face can really just enhance all of the other features of the face. So it's really beautiful when you do it right.
When you do it right. What made you get into this industry?
So I have always wanted to be in medicine. I knew that when I was really young, but I was also really artistic. And I really didn't put the two together until I met my one of my best friend's mom. She owns a med spa, and she started doing my Botox when I was like 27. And so I actually got so interested in what she was doing because she's a nurse practitioner and owned her own med spa. And I was like, this is amazing. I actually love all the treatments. I love all the science behind it because it is very scientific. So there's a lot that goes into it. A lot of people are, oh, you're just putting Botox in people's faces. It's not all that we do. Okay. So she really inspired me to kind of get into this field. And when I did, I realized how much I actually loved it.
And you said it's not just putting Botox, but putting Botox in somebody's face is still not like something that you could just do yourself. It's not like a weight loss shot where you can do it yourself.
Right.
You know, you need to know where to place it, how much. Like, you don't want to come out looking like you got Bell's palsy or something.
That actually
you know?
brings up a really good point because there are people injecting their own neurotoxin into their face. Yes. Like, so recently it's been like this big thing on social media. I've been seeing all kinds of videos of people getting these bootleg neurotoxins from who knows where, injecting them into their own faces. And there's a lot of botulism.
I would never even try to do that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of reports of botulism where people actually end up in the hospital. So
Wow.
do not recommend.
They do it to their butts and breasts and everything else. Like, think about all of the people who are going to somebody's basement or motel or something to get injections and they don't know what it is. And then that's why you see so many bad built bodies in the prisons, because you can't do that to people. Like, you are injecting foreign substances. Anyway, it's good to know that you have an eye for beauty and art, and you know
care
what
you're doing. Like, that's what I like. Like,
you're licensed.
She's licensed. She's like, I took my mom for her birthday to get Botox, and my mom was asking all the questions. I thought I had a lot of questions. My mom was asking all the questions.
Mom.
And she could answer all of them. It was like, oh, I can't remember some of this. My mom just had all types of questions. I was like, Mom, how's she supposed to know that? But Kelsey knew. Like, what actually is it that you're putting in my face? And then what happens if you do put it somewhere wrong? Like, is it different with Black people? Like, it was a lot of questions being asked. And she's just knowledgeable. And I appreciate that, because it is somebody's face. Like, I've seen the bad jobs, and it's like,
well, at the end of the day, it's a medical procedure. And in the state of Georgia, and I think all of the states actually at this point, you do have to have a medical license. So registered nurse or above to inject any kind of filler or Botox into somebody's face or body. So people who are not listing their credentials, if you're finding things for like $100 for a filler, like, question it. Like, where are their credentials? Like, where are they getting this product from? Like, because we don't get that filler for that amount of money. It's like pretty expensive for us to buy it cost price. So, I mean, red flag right there.
Yeah. Did you want to always be a nurse, or were you like, I know I want to get into injections, so I need to get?
I wanted to be a medical doctor when I was younger, and then I realized that is absolutely not what I wanted to do. And I didn't really know everything involved in being like a nurse practitioner. I knew I didn't want to be a bedside nurse. Like, I knew that from the very beginning. But being a nurse practitioner, I'm able to practice medicine, do everything I love, and still have a great like work-life balance. So I'm able to like do what I want to do, set my own schedule, work my own hours. I'm not on call. So it's really nice.
I love that.
You're not working overnight shifts.
I'm not. No.
I have several friends who are nurses, and one of my friends, she lives here. She's going back to school to be a nurse practitioner. And she's like, I'm trying to get into the med spa. That's where I want to be. I'm tired of being in the hospitals. I want to do something different. And she likes them
burnt
too.
Out. Everyone's getting so burnt out.
Yeah,
in
you
the
work
medical field.
long hours.
Yeah.
It seems hectic. People are in pain. Nobody's leaving. Well, maybe they are leaving happy. Hopefully they're leaving happy. But a lot of times they're leaving in pain.
Yeah.
When you leave from getting your fillers and stuff, you might be in a little pain, but it doesn't matter because you can already see what's going on, even though you be a little swollen.
It's happy medicine. It's definitely happy medicine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's a great feeling. Okay, so we have a bunch of questions to ask Kelsey about all things beauty and injectables. But first, we're going to play I'm Curious to Know. So, Kelsey, Kiki and I made a game. It's called I'm Curious to Know.
Okay.
If you guys would like to purchase it, go to I'mCuriousToKnow.com and get it today. And this game we created because we noticed that there was a need for conversations in relationships. Like, people didn't know who they were with. So we were like, hey, we have some questions that you can ask.
What do you mean
the
they
people.
didn't know who they were with?
They just weren't
A lot of
talking.
people aren't talking. They're not digging deeper, or they don't know how to like present some questions. Maybe they feel like the moment is never right when you're getting to know somebody.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, pull this out of your purse and blame it on the guy. Even if it's not there, he's not going to know.
Right.
He's not going to know. Okay. So first one, would you feel offended if your significant other never posted you on social media?
No.
Okay. And why not?
So my significant other hates being on social media. He never let me post anything, and he doesn't really show his face that often when he was active because he's a Green Beret. So he's very special forces.
Okay.
Like in the Army.
Okay.
So we've spent most of our entire relationship with him not posting anyone on his social media. So I guess I'm used to it. So
it might be weird if he did.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on now? Why are we switching it up?
He does now because he's not deploying. He's like not doing all that stuff anymore. So yeah.
Okay. I'm curious to know, who's your celebrity crush?
Pedro Pascal.
We talked about
Hands
him.
down.
Let me Google him.
Not
I don't know
even-
who that
He's the
is.
one
I don't
in,
even have to think about
The Last
that.
of Us.
Yeah.
Last of Us.
Y'all know I didn't see that.
You didn't watch The Last of Us?
Did I watch
I don't know why I thought you did.
Okay, I know who this is.
That's him.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this is
Now,
good.
what was he in? Oh, okay.
Wait, he was in Game of Thrones?
Now, see, maybe that's why I think he looks familiar.
He wasn't in there long. Huh.
Yeah.
You know what?
He
The
did-
Last of Us, I didn't finish watching that. I wasn't feeling it. This is the one where they were
Oh.
walking all around and the world was over. I was tired of looking at them in that movie. I was. And those little monster things that were coming out, I was over it.
Loved
But
that
he,
show.
yeah,
How do
I
you guys
see
feel
it,
about
girl.
the
I
new
see it for him.
season?
He's a
It's
cutie.
giving a
Yeah.
little like, is Antonio Banderas who I'm thinking about?
Maybe you are. He do got a little Antonio Banderas vibe. Yep. He a little finer.
He is just slightly. Anyway, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
Tony's a Spaniard, so
I
that's
didn't know Tony was a Spanish. He
he
speaks
is.
Spanish.
No.
Lord, come on, stop.
No, he was
And Pedro's
adopted, but
Chilean.
Hmm.
All right. Who's your celebrity crush?
Right now, dang, who is it? I just posted Tom Hardy because he was looking fine.
Tom Hardy.
Girl.
Stay on Google, 'cause-
Tom Hardy is hot.
Tom Hardy
Girl,
is
who is
fine.
this?
But isn't he like
Oh.
really short?
I don't know. Right now it's Tom Hardy and it's Michael B. Jordan. And I don't even think Michael B. Jordan is cute, but he's cute.
I always get Tom Hardy confused and mixed up with like another actor. I'm so bad with names.
Yeah, he looks like a
So-
few people.
He does.
Let me see. Is he short? You said he might be short. I'm not gonna get on you short kings today. I'm leaving it alone. Y'all really be getting mad, and usually I'm just playing. I told y'all a long time ago, if you go back, a short man broke my heart. So I am bitter Betty, and that's a running joke. I really don't care. It's fine.
Who's your celebrity crush right now?
Aside from, well, who's the last person I said? I got a few. I like Skepta and
I don't even know who that is.
what's his name? Aaron Pierre. I like
I
them
did
both.
not know him and Tiana Taylor was together.
And they are looking good. Aaron Pierre. Okay, Aaron Pierre voiced Mufasa. Skepta or Septa, I forget how it is. My bad, boo. He voiced Scar.
Oh.
He's this tall Nigerian British rapper.
Is he in anything? Oh, okay, no. So this is probably his like debut into movies.
I don't know, but he's like, look at him.
Oh, he's fine.
Oh,
okay, I
yeah.
could do
Both of
He's
them.
they're both really
Now
hot.
I'm not
Yeah.
attracted to Aaron Pierre, but I am attracted to the other man.
Medina,
Look
who's
how
yours?
he's looking at you. Like,
He's fine. Mine's Tom Hardy.
Oh,
And-
really? Like
and
right
Tom
now
Hardy,
or
it's
always?
Tom Hardy. I go back and forth. Tom Hardy and Michael B. Jordan right now.
Okay,
But this could
Michael B.
change.
Jordan
This could all
is-
change.
He's hot. Yeah.
and I also like Jesse Williams. Do y'all know who that is?
If you show me him, I might.
okay.
I don't be knowing people's names.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a Jesse. You know what it is? I don't
Grey's
like light
Anatomy?
eyes.
Yeah, the great.
And did y'all see him on
Yeah.
Broadway?
No.
He had a
No.
full frontal nude scene. It's hanging.
Are you serious?
I'm just saying, yeah. The boy is packing. He came out of the.
Can you send me those details?
I tell
Sorry,
you,
Tony.
I said, oh, little Jesse.
Little
All right.
I don't like light eyes.
Yeah, I figured that's what you were gonna
Yeah.
say because both of them got it. Well, they got it. They look good. Hey y'all.
I think I like the contrast of his eyes.
Mhm.
It makes it really sexy.
He's cute. He's
Yeah.
just not my type. I see you, little Jesse. Okay, you got one?
Yes. Okay. So, do you have a specific type and describe him or her in great detail?
Okay. Yes. Brown. Brown men are my thing.
Mhm.
Hispanic, Spanish, mainly.
Mhm.
Tall, dark, handsome, good set of hair.
Mhm.
Really, the hair does it for me every single time. I don't know why. That's as far as looks goes. You know, you have to be in shape, have to be taller than me. I don't look, I've dated short people before. Okay.
To be a short man,
I know.
bet they'd be like,
Short
leave us
people.
alone.
I call them short people. Okay. So my height, I'm 5'6". I mean, that's a
Okay.
pretty,
He
you
just
know.
needs to be taller than you. So he could be
Yeah.
5'8".
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
Generous.
So that's as far as like looks goes. Yeah. But big on personality. You have to have a good sense of humor. You have to make me laugh. I mean, you have to have the same ethics and morals as me. Otherwise, it's like definitely like
Not gonna
a deal
work.
breaker.
You're
yeah.
ugly now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
Yeah.
Like you went from a 10 and now you're like a -3.
Absolutely.
As you get older, those other things start to matter a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And people that maybe you weren't as physically attracted to at first sight just get finer and finer as the days go on because the qualities and who they are, it matters.
You're just like, oh,
Anybody could get hit by a bus and you be looking like Quasimodo. And then what you got? You know, y'all should consider that when you're out here chasing these pretty men. I know I've been there. I'm trying to tell you so you don't have to go through it.
And stop chasing the men.
And look, if Megan Fox can be cheated on, right?
Everybody, even Tiana Taylor, wasn't she cheated on? Cardi B,
Beyonce,
Halle Berry.
every damn body.
It don't even matter. It don't matter if you find they cheating.
It doesn't matter. Some men just do it because they want to.
That's crazy. Which brings me to my next question, Kelsey. I'm curious to know, what do you consider cheating?
I consider emotional cheating. So having a relationship with another woman emotionally, it doesn't have to be physical. I consider that cheating.
So like if it's like a work wife per se, what would be too close for you to feel like, okay, this is like you have a relationship without the physical aspect?
Now, when I say emotional, it's more so like talking about doing things. So, you know, a guy can have a girlfriend as long as it's strictly friendship. Like that's not a huge deal for me. But when
if they're being like talking about deep stuff and like
we're talking about flirty things or like just things that would be considered sexual in any way, I think that's a little bit too far.
It's just such a thin line. Like I hate to be the girl that's like, you can't have friend girls.
Right.
But I've never experienced a situation where it's like, it's your friend and it really is just your friend and y'all have not had any sexual anything happen. It's like something happened, at some
100%.
point. And it's like my last boyfriend, he was like, no, I can't be friends with any of the girls I was friends with because I did do something with all of them.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know, because that's what people be doing.
And when you think about like how men and women become friends, one of them is attracted to the other one initially. And that's how the friendship starts.
Like at some point, somebody did something. It's like, y'all is too close. She got to go.
Yeah.
I think that is true when they're super close. Because if you can keep your opposite sex friends at a friendly enough distance, they can't get too close. Because then, people do catch feelings, whether it's me or him.
It's just like
Next
the
thing you
natural man
know.
and woman thing to do. Like, have you ever been like, I don't know, have like a work friend and it is of the opposite sex and you might not even be attracted to them, but then you start spending time or you start doing the things outside of work and all of a sudden now it's like,
talking on the phone all
Leonard
day.
is kind of cute.
Yeah.
I never saw him like that.
And that's when the personality comes in.
And now here comes the
And
personality.
now he's a 10.
And then he mentions, he's like, and did I tell you that I go and volunteer at the child's hospital? And now you're like, oh my God.
Oh,
Like,
I
you're so-
can't hang out today. I got to take my grandmother to her doctor's appointment. And then I have a routine. We always go out to eat on Sunday afternoons.
And
like,
every
what?
Christmas I go to Africa and feed the orphanage. And now you're like, okay, you.
About to drop these
I love
draws.
you. I love you and I always have. And now everybody's like, I thought y'all was friends. Well, so did I. He's ugly. I don't even like him. It's a lot. Don't be friends with that. Okay. Anyways, do you have one?
No, that's it for I'm curious to know. We're going to move on really quick to weird sex because we have a buttload of questions for Kelsey today about all things beauty and injectables.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, so this week's weird sex story is actually about getting lip fillers.
Oh.
So this person, she went and got lip filler for the first time, and she claims she didn't read her paperwork or listen to the aftercare instructions. So
I already know where this
she
is
was
going.
feeling really, really sexy with her new juicy lips. And when she got back home, she was making out with her boyfriend, and then she goes down on him. And you're not supposed to do that right away. You about to be shipped. Like, you just got something injected in your mouth. Let it sit. Just chill out and relax. Anyway, he had just got back in town. He was looking good. She was feeling sexy. She couldn't contain herself. So she started feeling like a weird sensation. And she was like, I know I'm supposed to swell, but I feel like I'm swelling up a bit more. Turns out she had burst like a little pocket because she was being too rough with the head. And y'all should have gone on masterclass and learned some tips, but she was doing too much with her mouth. Something wasn't right. She felt like something had burst in there. It was painful and uncomfortable, and it's already uncomfortable. Anyway, it was not a great experience. She contacted her injector, and her injector said, girl, what did you do? And she told her, and she was like, I told you. This is what you need to not do, and this is what you should do. Nowhere on the list was a makeout session and giving head on the list of approved activities. Go home and rest with the ice pack. So anyway, she's okay. Luckily, she didn't get too much, but she was a little jacked up for a minute, and in pain, most of all, on your lips. And you need those
So
lips
if you
every
pop
day.
it, will it come out? Or no, it's just
like pressure. Like, it feels like you popped it. You know what I mean? Because it's not like a balloon.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't know.
Nothing
You
can come
can't really pop.
It's not coming out, but yeah, like,
I mean,
the
you
pressure.
can get filler out of the lip. So if it's placed too superficially, you could get like these little pockets of filler. You can actually pierce them with a needle and squeeze it out.
Out of your skin.
Yeah, because it's too superficial. Like, it wasn't placed correctly. But yeah, no sucking on anything for a while, guys. Okay,
Wow.
even a straw. Not supposed to do that until you're healed. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all have got to be more careful out here. Anyway, if you have a crazy situation, whatever it is, whatever you did that you think is a little bit weird, or you're wondering if it's weird, send it to us, weirdsex@cocktalespod.com, or you can hit me in the DMs, and I will check it.
Have you guys ever wanted to send your vagina to the spa? I have. And you should, because vaginal health is so important. We talk about all the other healthy things. You need to keep baby girl healthy, y'all. And with VB Health, you can. They have these probiotics and prebiotic pills that are called soaking wet. So while it will make your sexual experiences slippier and wetter and better, it's also you taking care of little mama, aka y'all punani. What you call it?
I call it my Hello Kitty.
Or that. We got to take care of it.
You do. You need to make sure that she's always moist too. Well, not too moist, but moist enough. Like, there is nothing more embarrassing than when you want to have a little fun in between your legs and it's just given Sahara Desert. And you don't know if it's all of the allergy pills that you take on a regular basis like me or what. But I'm telling y'all, it really does make a difference. And besides like sexual reasons, you still want to have like a good, healthy flow. You need to have moisture so that things are able to move out. It is a self-cleaning machine, but you can't clean nothing when it's, dry.
Yeah.
So VB Health has a simple mission, and that is to create supplements that actually work. It's doctor formulated. They are the capsules are put together in a very nice facility. You don't have to worry about any of these crazy things that we've been seeing in the news. This is a grade A company with grade A products. You guys have got to try out Soaking Wet from VB Health. So, right now, for our listeners, VB Health is offering a special little something so that you can make every encounter slipperier, wetter, and just all around way more fun. If you go to Soaking Wet, which is formulated by doctors from VB Health, just visit soakingwet.com and use the code CockTales, CockTales, for 10% off, or just click the link in the description right now, and we will get back to the show.
Okay. Kelsey, would you date someone who said they didn't like makeup or beauty enhancements?
No.
Have you ever?
So I have dated guys who said they didn't like as much makeup or they didn't like makeup. Come to find out, I was wearing makeup. It just was minimal amount. So
They don't know.
they don't know.
They don't be knowing.
They don't know.
And the
They-
audacity to be like,
Yeah.
I don't want you to be wearing makeup. Excuse me.
Yeah. I'm like, if you like how I look right now, then you're going to accept my beauty enhancements because if I don't get them, then I'm not going to look like this. So, yeah.
What about you?
Would I date somebody like
Yeah.
that? Yeah, and he's gonna have to get over it. He's gonna have to change his mind, or it's not gonna work out. Like, I'm not changing for that. I'm not gonna not wear makeup or not get my beauty enhancements. I don't know what to tell you, sir. It's my face, my body, whatever. I think it's important. I would prefer not to deal with somebody like that, though. Honestly, I don't like when people put too much of that because, like you said, Kelsey, everybody, the guys don't even know half the time what it is or understand. And it's like, aside from being beautiful, there's certain things that just help. It's just helping in so many different ways.
Yeah.
Would you
What I want?
date somebody who
Oh.
didn't like?
I did.
Oh. Would you do it again?
I don't think so because, like you said, it is kind of like this is let me live. Like, let me do what I want to do. Like, as long as I'm not looking crazy, like I don't understand why you're so affected by it.
Yeah.
So,
like on one hand, it's like if the motive behind that is you want me to feel beautiful and you're trying to boost me up and make me feel like I don't need the extras. I don't need the extras though. I want the extras and they make me feel good. And it's okay to want things.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like people across the board forget that it's okay to want something and want to boost it up. Like, yeah, you don't need it. There's a lot of things we don't need, but that's okay.
It's okay. Do what makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Like Botox and filler. What is the difference between Botox and filler? If somebody is, because I've had a lot of people like ask me questions and they're getting it confused on like Botox and filler aren't
They
the same.
use them interchangeably.
Yeah,
But they're not. They're not at all.
They're two totally different ingredients.
Very completely different. Very, very different medications. So Botox is a neuromodulator. So that is used to temporarily paralyze a muscle that it's injected into. Filler, on the other hand, is typically made of hyaluronic acid, and it's a gel. So that is injected into parts of the body to kind of contour and shape or enhance that part of the body that it's injected into.
Like adding volume.
Yeah, adding volume. Exactly. Smoothing lines, adding hydration. So if you think about your skin, most of it's made out of hyaluronic acid. Same thing that these fillers are made out of. So we're actually hydrating your skin as well.
So it's like the hyaluronic acid that we put on our face,
Yeah.
like in the skincare products.
That's why probably some of the stuff, it's like it's plumping, it's this, it's that. Your skin is having more moisture and it's just going to look more youthful. I also think that people assume that whenever you get any sort of injectable, whether it's filler or Botox, that you're going to have like this drag queen type of look. Everything's going to be frozen. And it doesn't have to look like that. Like some people like that look and that's why they got it. Or they went to somebody's basement, you know?
And that would take a lot of product. I mean, straight, like would take a lot of product. So if people are coming in and they're like, I don't want to look fake or overfilled, I'm like, you're not going to look overfilled unless you're buying $5,000-$10,000 every 6 months worth of product. So there's really, or you go to the wrong injector, then you can look a little bit weird. But yeah, you're not going to look overfilled if you go to the right person.
And do you have like limits? Like, have you ever had somebody come and be like, I want more?
Yes.
And are you ever, or do you have to be like, okay, we can't do anymore because this is going to look bad?
Yes, I turn down clients all the time.
How do you tell them that?
I say they don't need any more. So a lot of times it's cheeks or lips. Cheeks and lips are always like the areas that people want more in when they're a little bit overfilled. So I'm like, honey, like I cannot put any more product in your lips because your tissues will not expand that much. Like it's going to cause complications. So I just kind of like tell them why, give them a little education, and then like offer them something else. Like maybe we can add a little contour to your chin to balance out those big lips that you have.
You need some volume at the bottom,
Yeah.
baby. All we see is lips.
I was
Yeah.
talking to one of my girlfriends the other day,
Mhm.
and I had never heard someone refer to this as this. She was like, I feel like I'm starting to get, she called it Botox blindness or filler blindness or something blindness, where like you're getting the stuff and then you kind of just want more because you're now starting to like look at the filler that you got like normal, and you think it doesn't. You think it looks like it blends in, and it doesn't. Like you still look.
Yeah.
You look good. You don't need any more. She's like, I think I'm starting to get the blindness now, but I see how it happens. Because when you first did my lips, and I was like, I'll never touch my lips. And she just put a little bit of lip in there. And then I was like, oh, a little bit. Let's do a little bit more. Like I see how people do get crazy with it.
Yeah, they do. And, it is kind of the responsibility of the injector ethically to tell people no when they don't need something. So if you go to injector and they're continuously saying yes and yes and yes to like your own ideas and they're not offering other suggestions, like it might not be the right person. But yeah, I think as providers, it is our responsibility to say no because it's a
Yeah.
medical procedure at the end of the day. So, you're not going to go to a psychiatrist and be like, I want Adderall. And they're like, okay, here you go, when you don't have ADHD.
Or they
Right.
might.
Or they might. Or they
But it's
might.
giving money hungry. It's
We
just
hope- we
like
hope
the
they
pain
don't.
clinics, they're giving all this stuff away because they want money. The
Right.
injectors are going to do it. The doctors are going to do it when they want money, and they don't really care about your well-being. Now, I have another question. Do you have any injections that you do or that you can tell us about for any of our nether regions, whether it's a penis or a vagina? I've heard about the whatever it is, the injection that they get in their penises to make them bigger or thicker. And then also, I think it's called maybe the P shot or
The
something.
P shot and the O shot. Yeah.
Do they do that over there at Slim Face?
We do not.
Okay. But can you
Um,
tell us about them?
Sure. Yeah. So typically it is PRP. So it's platelet rich plasma. So we take your blood, we spin it down, we get all the growth factors out of it, and then inject it directly into the areas that we basically want to stimulate. I've heard really good things about it. We did it at the plastic surgery center I worked at before, and heard really good things about it from the clients, but no experience there yet.
Wow.
But if you are dry, it is phenomenal, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
And the PRP, they also do that for under people's eyes, right?
They do. Yeah. Yeah. Under eyes.
So can you explain like what it does? I don't really understand it. So you take the cells out, you said?
So the platelets
Uh-huh.
have growth factors
Okay.
From your blood.
from your blood.
From your own blood.
From your own blood. So it is completely natural. They spin it down, take the platelets, and then inject it directly. So you can either inject it directly as like kind of a liquid form into areas to kind of stimulate collagen production. That's what it's doing, right? So it's thickening the skin. It's getting rid of that skin laxity and those like fine lines, the hollowness and everything. But you do need like several treatments for that. So I've had it done before. I've seen decent results, but there is a very new product out that we carry. I'm very excited about this product. It's PDGF, and it's basically up to 300,000 times more potent than PRP.
And what would you do with that?
You can inject it anywhere in the body. So I do a lot of under eyes with it, and just one session has given such dramatic, amazing results for my clients.
Really?
So does it like plump them up?
Or does it take the bags away?
Not the bags. So
Okay.
bags are typically a surgical procedure in most cases. Now, the PDGF is really good for hollowness, for darkness, and for like kind of lax, crepey skin. So it's going to tighten, it's going to plump, it's going to fill.
I never knew there were so many options to filler and injections and just like what you can do to your face. I really thought it was Botox and lips.
No, there's so much. I've tried a few things myself. And I just think it's really cool because it's like science has come such a long way, and there's so many different things that you can do and try to kind of tweak your face and just enhance. People talk about like people's glow ups, right? And it's like, oh, you weren't ugly, you just didn't have money. Yeah, where do you think that they're going? They're going down to the med spas and they're getting their faces balanced and rejuvenated.
Yeah.
Bodies too. There's just so many different things. Like we just talked about a penis enhancement, the pee shot that's going inside of your Hello Kitty, and there's just so many other things that you can do. You can do your jaws, you can do I remember being in high school. Do you remember Sabrina? She was a cheerleader with us. She got Botox in high school in her underarms and her hands because she was really, really sweaty.
I do remember that.
And I have been, and I have been seeing commercials now for Botox. Something about if you got migraines.
My friend Lexi gets Botox for migraines. Is it the same type of Botox though?
Yes.
Really?
Because Botox is like a brand name, right?
It's a brand name.
Yeah.
So it's a neuromodulator, right? So there's a bunch of different ones on the market. I don't know how many right now. I think there's like 5 or 6 that are FDA approved. Don't quote me on that. I don't want to count at the moment. But yeah, same type. Typically they use Botox. So I do have a girlfriend that I graduated with and she works in neurology. So she actually started doing Botox for migraines for patients in her clinic.
Why does it help migraines? So I don't get it.
I mean, it just like blocks kind of like the receptors to feel pain. And it also helps with tension.
Makes a ton of sense because when you got your RBF on, your resting bitch face, how can you have a migraine and you're just looking that good? Your face is stuck on pretty. What am I worried about? You know, she's got me right.
Okay, you guys, in my research of relationships and this show, you guys always are arguing with your partners and cheating on each other and hating. You hate each other and you don't know each other. And you want to, though. You want to. You don't know how. You're scared to ask the questions. There is an app that is just for you. It's called Paired. And basically, it's designed, it's personalized to help you have conversations with your partner, but in a fun way. You can ask, you can do little quizzes, you can have deep conversations. There's all types of things in this app. And the best thing about Paired is that you can't see your partner's answer until you answer yourself. So you can't like influence each other. You can't be like, oh, I didn't know that you was going to, we getting the truth.
And you can't skip out either, which is another thing that I like. You know how sometimes people like to ask the question, but don't necessarily want to answer it for themselves. So Paired is not going to leave you hanging. And it was founded just on the simple belief that real lasting love is actually a daily practice. Like it's going to take work. That's what they mean by work, not fighting all the time, but you get to know a person, you learn the person and all of that good stuff. And all of Paired's content is actually backed by experts and relationship therapists. So rest assured that you are going to be in good hands with the things that you'll learn. So the way that it works is you will download the app Paired, and you will download it and your partner will download it. And then once you get the app, you will pair together. And every day Paired is going to give you personalized questions, the quizzes, and all of that good stuff. And it's just a really good way to connect. I have downloaded it. It was funny because when we got the email about working with them, I had already been sent the link, right?
Really?
And I remember seeing Paired some time ago, but I ain't have nobody I cared to get to know like that.
I wish I would have used Paired. Yeah, maybe you would have saved something.
Well, see, there you have it. A testimonial of regret. And don't let that be you. So there was a question on there. It was something about, what do you remember about the first time you met?
Oh, I love that.
That question came up on a day when I was annoyed. I've been in a funky mood. I appreciate everybody's patience with me, but I have. And so I got the little notification and we're answering the questions, and it helped put me back in a better place and just remind me to like calm down. And it's also nice to see what somebody remembers after so much time, because you just never know what they were thinking.
And that's another thing I like about the app. It's, even though I don't have anybody to use it with, I did download it and just went through it. It's not just games. Like, it's to deepen your connection. It's to have some difficult conversations that a lot of us struggle with. I would even say that if you met somebody, maybe you're not even in a relationship yet, I think it would be cute if you guys do have a connection to send this to them and be like, let's do this a little bit differently. Let's spice up how we're getting to know each other. And that would be so cute. Like, would you think that's scary if you didn't know the person and they did that?
No.
It's
No, I wouldn't think
cute.
it's scary because it is just questions to get to know you deeper. It's not having you do anything crazy. These are good questions that you need to know about a person or that you should want to know. And it'll help you establish if this is a match or not, or just help you form a deeper bond because it's not just for new relationships or dating. You can have been married for 15, 20 years and you might learn something new or just ignite that memory.
Yeah.
So anyway, you guys need to check out Paired. Whether you're just a few dates in or have been together for a long time, find the time to connect with your partner and nourish your relationship. Start strengthening your relationship in an easy, fun way, and it only takes about 5 minutes a day, even for the busy people. So head to paired.com/cocktails. That's PAIRED.com/COCKTALES to get a 7-day free trial and 25% off if you sign up for a subscription. Just head to PAIRED.com/cocktails and sign up today. The link is in the description, and now we'll get back to the show. I like Botox. Dysport is one that I like. I feel like it acts fast with me because I don't want to be waiting forever. I want to see some results. I start feeling it as the day goes on, and I love that feeling.
Yeah.
I was talking to my sister today. She's like, yeah, I went to the med spa today, and I got a few tweaks done. I said, I know that's right, girl, rejuvenate. Do you ever find that people are coming in and you feel like they're trying to achieve a goal, not because it's what they want to look like or things that they actually want, but it's some sort of either societal pressures, a relationship, or just outside pressures? And if so, like, what do you tell them or how do you handle that?
That's a loaded question. There's a lot that goes into that. And yes, absolutely. I think that there are a lot of, there's a lot of pressure from society, especially in our culture, to look a certain way, right? And it's interesting because I'm now finding that a lot of women are coming in asking for specific procedures based on these measurements that are marked beauty for a typical like Caucasian face, right? So not all of those measurements are going to be for every single ethnicity, right? So I've been finding that a lot lately. I've also been finding like people just feel pressure to not age, right? Because aging is such like taboo in our culture. It's
And
like
then you see Kris Jenner and you're like, whoa, we
I
don't have to
know.
age. She looks like a 25-year-old.
And if anyone has her surgeon's information, please let
Hey,
me
she
know.
looks
Somebody
good.
posted it. I think I saved the
Really?
post. So I'll add that to the
Okay.
list of things
Let
to
me,
share.
Yeah, let me see that.
But sorry, continue.
No, I mean, I think 100%. I think 100% people are feeling all these, like, feeling a lot of pressure to look a certain way, especially when it comes to aesthetics and beauty. And look, if you don't like something, don't get it. You know, I'm all for like people like doing what they want to do. Like, if you don't like Botox, don't get Botox, right? But stop putting people down if they want to come get it. You know, it's just, it's really frustrating to me because, like, why do you care so much?
Right.
But
Like,
this,
I think people sometimes they be mad because they want to get it and they're too scared for whatever reason. Maybe scared of needles. Maybe they can't pay for it. Maybe they're in a relationship with somebody who won't support it and they're deathly afraid of losing them. But sometimes I think it's like projection, you know?
yeah, sometimes I do
think you're
too.
right.
But I do want to have a conversation and get everybody's input on, you like beauty stuff and we gonna do the things, I'm gonna do the things, you gonna do the things, and we just gonna do the things. But what do you think about like the self-confidence? Like, does that mean that we have some insecurities about our looks that we were just like, I'm just not gonna,
I think to a degree, yes, but it's like, I don't know why having an insecurity and admitting that you have an insecurity is such a bad thing. Like, do y'all really be walking around thinking that everything is perfect? That's crazy. And if you want to change it, I feel like I can always support somebody as long as you want to change it for you. This is an insecurity of yours. I'm going to just be frank. If I woke up and I looked in the mirror at my bare natural self and I thought I was ugly, like for real, because people be calling people ugly and I don't care what y'all say, y'all do it. If I woke up and I felt like I didn't like what I saw in the mirror and I can do something about it, why would I not? and it's like being okay with it. And sometimes like there can be, that's like basic, but sometimes there's even deeper reasons why people do want to alter. Sometimes it's like really deep, like trauma based and stuff, or it's just a lot of stuff that goes on. But I think that it's okay to have insecurities, but are you going to rest in those insecurities and just be a whiny brat about it, or are you going to do something about it? Whether it's a physical insecurity or something else. What do you think?
I completely agree with you. I think that everyone, whether they want to admit it or not, has insecurities. And some people just don't feel comfortable in their own skin for certain reasons. And then they have a surgery or they have a procedure and then their confidence is back. So, I mean, it's not a negative thing. It doesn't always have to be. Now, is body dysmorphia real? Yes. Like there is, an issue with that for some people, but not everyone has body dysmorphia that is coming in to get a treatment. So,
yeah. We talk about men with hips all the time. No shade to the men with hips. But if you were a man with hips, I would not be mad at you if you decided you wanted to do something about it. You hear everybody talk about the men with hips, and you don't like having hips either. I know you don't want to be a big and tall when you just short and stout. I know you don't. So it's just like, what's wrong with fixing that? I support you, brother.
I do too. And if you're a man with big juicy hips and you gonna walk in them, have you seen that realtor? He goes viral all the time. Have you seen
his pants are too goddamn small?
But he turned it into a part of his marketing strategy. Yeah. Like he'll be like, "This house is wide," and like it is so funny. Like I was like, "Oh, this is brilliant," and he's getting so much work off of it. He's like, he's embraced his thunder thighs, and that's what you should do. But as for me. I wanted some titties and I got them and I couldn't wait to get them. And it did make me feel like when I wear certain things now, I just feel so good. Yeah. And I still got other insecurities, but that was one of them to me that was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to do this one day, and did it. And it just feels good to like, even sometimes when you talk about self-care, when I come to the spa and like leave feeling like I just got some new skin, it makes my whole day.
And you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for anyone else. And I think that's the biggest difference, right? Yeah. So as long as you're doing something for you that makes you happy, then there really usually isn't a problem with it.
It also inspires me. I won't speak for everyone, but it inspires me to also just like be healthy. Yeah. It's like, okay, we're going to have our skin looking good. Let's make sure we eat right, like maintain everything.
Yeah. And also like, first time you got Botox, do you guys remember that? Yes. When your forehead was so smooth and the makeup just went on so well. Like
the makeup hits different.
It hits so differently. Like,
and let me tell you one other thing too. Okay. So they are now doing clinical trials with Botox to treat depression.
Girl, what?
Yeah.
Wait, where?
Where do we sign
where
up?
We put it? Yeah.
Yeah. So you know that like, so your 11s, like when you scowl, I can't do it because I have Botox.
I can't do it either.
But the procerus and corrugator muscles up between your eyebrows. So who was it? Charles Darwin kind of like coined them as like the grief muscles. So basically it's this like feedback loop. When you use muscles that are attached to negative emotions, you feel those emotions more.
Wow.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense.
So if you just don't use them, you're less angry or sad.
And also Botox is the most studied drug in the entire world. Did you guys know that?
No, I didn't. And it's been around for a long time. And I don't hear the girls getting mad about Botox. It's always somebody else mad about it. Never the person getting it. Huh. That makes a lot of sense. I'm thinking back, we were actually here when it was a different setup. And we had, I forget her name, but she was a marriage and family therapist. And she was talking about something about some sort of like trauma that you could be holding in your pelvic floor or something. And like people would have sex when they're depressed or something like that. So when you're saying these muscles are attached to certain things, so if your vagina is attached to some traumatic event that makes you sad and you keep just having, that's why you stay in that cycle of depression. You can get that shot.
That's really cool to know. I really wonder who created Botox and the first round of people that got it. They was probably looking crazy.
I used to know this, but now that I'm on the spot, I do not remember.
It's a wonderful drug. I remember the first time I got lip fillers. So my lips are going back then. I haven't gotten my filler in a long time, but I still feel like I have a little bit there. I'm going back soon. I just need time off to not be on the camera.
It was an ophthalmologist that created. Yeah.
What made him do that?
He was trying to treat strabismus of the eye. So it was like a lazy eye, right? And he actually came to me. I was like, oh, I'm so nervous. I can't remember. So he treated his wife. His wife was the very first guinea pig to try Botox. And I don't remember the year, but it was a while ago.
Wow. Well, her eye was already lazy. So I'm sure she was just like, I mean, whatever. It's going to be lazy or it's going to be cocked. Either way, it's not straight. And I bet she was happy as a lark. But yeah, I remember the first time I got lip filler and I was nervous, but I was excited. And it hurt. I didn't think it was going to hurt like that. It did hurt, but I was just so happy. It's just something about having that boost and fixing something that you are insecure about, because that lip was disappearing. And it's not cute. And it's going back to that. So I'm going to fix it. And then soon.
Okay.
July.
I never felt insecure about my lips, but when you suggested, like, let's just do like a little bit, I was like, the enhancement, I absolutely loved it. And I've had several people be like, wow. Like, there was one girl, she was like, you don't look crazy. And I was like, I don't look crazy. I was like, I got the bare minimum of whatever has been done. It's like the bare minimum. It's not like I went in there and it was like, let's pump you up. I never wanted to get cheek filler. I was like, I don't have me looking like apple cheeked Jada Pinkett. I love Jada Pinkett, but her like, have you seen some of the girls with the cheek? And it's like, you look like it just looks like an apple is sitting on your face.
Sometimes I think people are overfilled, or maybe their fillers have migrated. They sleeping all kind of crazy, not following the instructions.
I follow my little instructions. I am not playing. When Kelsey did my little cheeks, like, literally, I'm laying in the chair and she's like, oh my God. And then I look and I'm like, oh my God. And it was just very subtle. Like, everything is just a hint of like, okay, we're just going to do a little here, a little here, a little here. Like, I absolutely love it. And then when you combine everything and you keep up with yourself, you are working out, you're drinking your water. She did a little sculpture on me, like, and I drink my little collagen. It's like, okay.
I know.
What is sculpture?
You're glowing.
I feel like I'm glowing, and I get so many compliments, and I'm just like, my face is balanced.
Yeah.
It's a balanced life, balanced face.
And that's the thing. We don't want to change somebody's face. Okay. So injectors, like, I don't want to say anything bad, but I mean, we all know that there are some who are overfilling, because we see these people who are overfilled, right? That's not how to do it, right? So we're just kind of contouring. We're kind of reshaping things that were once there that are now lost, right? We're not changing your face
at all.
Now, Sculptra is amazing.
What is it?
It's a biostimulator. So that means it basically stimulates your own body's production of collagen. So it's injected under the skin. It's made out of polylactic acid. So it's basically a dissolvable suture material. And it will dissolve over time. But what it does over about 4 to 6 months is just kind of create this matrix of collagen underneath your skin. So it kind of tightens, it kind of plumps, it kind of lifts, and it just gives you this amazing glow.
Is it just for your face or just all over your body?
You can do it most parts of the body. I like it. I really love it for the face. I prefer Radius for other areas of the body. It really just depends. You know, Sculptra, everyone's heard of a Sculptra booty, like a non-surgical BBL. So it's amazing there. But you do need a lot of product, and you do need several sessions for any biostimulator. Typically, you're going to have to come back 2 or 3 times.
Okay, to actually get the benefits of it.
Yes.
Okay.
So that might be good for somebody who maybe lost a lot of weight really quickly, and they're starting to lose that volume, and their skin is sagging because it can't keep up.
My GLP-1 babes, come see me. No, huge. Sculptra is huge this year, and I think it is related to GLP-1s.
Because I've seen that Ozempic face.
Oh yeah, I was just talking about Oprah's head.
Wait, what's going on with Oprah's head?
No, I'm just saying, like, when she started doing those, it was like she was losing so much weight, but her head was still big and her little neck was like, so everybody
it's just like, you just like a vacuum.
Yeah. What was I gonna ask you? There was a question that popped up in my head. Um,
Well, while you think,
Go ahead.
He's like, I got the
sometimes I think
questions
that
ready.
people, they're thinking about like changing how they look and doing like extra stuff. But I like to look at least Botox and some of the other stuff too as more of a preventative measure. You don't want to wait until you're already wrinkly and saggy. What would you say to people in regards to that? Like it being a preventative thing versus coming after the fact, and should they come early?
Oh, like if you come earlier, you can kind of.
Yeah, like you don't want to wait until you have these deep set wrinkles. You should come when you start noticing just a touch.
That's 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always tell people when you start seeing like those fine lines from the muscle contraction, it's because the skin is losing collagen because we're aging, right? So that's kind of the good time to come in, right? And start your treatments. Now, if you're 20 years old, do you need to come in and get Botox? Probably not. You know, I typically tell people like late 20s, early 30s is generally when you should start thinking about it. Now, everyone's going to be different. Not everyone needs to come in at 25 or 26 on the dot, right? So it's really harder to correct deep set wrinkles. So somebody who comes in at like 50 or 60, which it happens, right? And they want these lines gone. You have to do a lot of educating because a lot of the time you're not going to get rid of all of those lines. It's going to take several sessions, 9 to 12 months minimum to soften them. And then on top of that, you have to target the skin. So if you've lost collagen and elastin, if you just paralyze the muscle, it's still not going to look that great because you need to get collagen and elastin back. So things like microneedling, the biostimulators, chemical peels, lasers, that's all going to help stimulate collagen, right? So the younger girlies, like if you want to do a preventative treatment, but you don't see those deep set lines yet, or even the fine lines, microneedling is going to be your best friend. Okay. So that's going to keep collagen stimulated. It's going to keep your skin nice and tight and glowy, and you're going to look hot.
I've done that before the microneedling. I liked it. Yeah. I have tried it a few times. I like it. My sister has done the chemical peel, and I thought about it because I have some hyperpigmentation because I used to have really bad acne and lots of dark spots, picking at pimples and stuff. But again, that's one of those things where I am going to listen to whatever they say about the aftercare. You need to stay out of the sun. I'm not doing that in the summer. I need to wait until wintertime and when I don't need to be seen so it can peel in peace. Did you think of your question?
I did. Well, first I want to say nobody wants to get old. Because it's like that's why we're doing. It's like everybody's just like, I don't want to get old. But I was gonna ask you. Dang, it left again. No, it didn't. The upkeep. Let's talk about the upkeep for some, because I've had a lot of people reach out and be like, well, how often do you have to go for the Botox, for the lip flip? I feel like my lip flip wears off quickly because I talk so much and I smile so big.
Yep.
And like I'd be like my little lip flip. I'd be like, but people were even the lip filler, like all of the fillers, like how often do people have to come in to keep up with it? And if you don't keep up with it, do you just go back to ugly?
Yes, you will go back to ugly.
I just told y'all, my lip is disappearing.
Okay. So with Botox, typically it's going to be worn off within 3 to 4 months. So if you want to maintain what you had, I would say every 3 to 4 months, but everyone's going to be different. There might be people who get 5 or 6 months out of it at first. There might be people who are getting like closer to 2 or 3. Now, when that happens, you also have to think about the dosing, because dose is duration, just like any other prescriptive drug. The more you have, the longer it will last, right? In your system. So if you're coming in for baby Botox, which I kind of consider the lip baby Botox, because we don't want to completely paralyze your mouth, right? Because you won't be able to eat soup. You won't be able to
I need to eat soup.
You won't be able to do things that you want to do maybe with your partner. So we're putting baby units, right? Maybe 4 to 6 units in the lip. So that's going to wear off faster. And that's just how it goes. Now with filler, I always tell people, you don't have to get filler on an actual schedule because filler is, again, going to last differently for different people, right? So different metabolisms. They're finding now that filler lasts a lot longer than we initially expected. Okay. So filler may last 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years in some people. Filler might be gone in 6 months for other people. It depends on the filler too. There's so many different kinds. Now, what I do tell people with filler is a good idea to come in once a year for a maintenance treatment, just to have your injector look at your face and see if we do need to like do a little touch up or add something. But you don't have to get a full treatment every single year unless you're completely depleted. If you have deficits, then you might want to do a couple syringes, but everyone's going to be different.
Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed learning so much about the fillers and the injectables and all of that good stuff. And maybe, just maybe, you will stop complaining and go ahead and get you a little bit of something.
At least
Just
do a
try
little
it out.
consultation and just see.
See what they say and what they might offer you. And also, just take care of yourselves. On that note, we're going to move on to Indecisive Diane. And when we come back, it'll be time for the advice and the cocktails.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey ladies, it's me, Diane, and I have a little message for you this week. If you've been craving clarity, expansion, and connection, this is your moment to say yes to Paradise and Vibe Fest Retreat in Sedona. And listen up, I know a few of you were like, oh my God, this is so expensive, it's too much. Well, now they have day passes. Go to paradiseandvibe.com and tell them I sent ya. Bye.
Back from Indecisive Diane, and it is time for the advice. If you have a question that you would like for us to answer on the show, send it in advice@cocktailspod.com.
Okay, so I am going to read this advice letter. It doesn't have a title or anything, so I have no idea what it's about. They said, hey ladies, such a big supporter of you two. I love y'all's authenticity and transparency on the show. Like the sisters I never had. Much, much love. Okay, straight to it. So I'm in a pivotal point in my relationship and feel I just need an unbiased voice. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 2 years now, and it's been a journey. I'm 28 and he's 32, and he has a soon-to-be 10-year-old daughter who he raises full-time. I met her at 7, and of course, me and the baby mama are the deepest enemies, LOL.
Wait.
And she's 33. Did we already read
Sorry,
this?
I think we did. My bad.
Did we?
I think we did. Did she say something about a diss song?
Yeah, she wrote a diss rap.
Yeah,
we did.
We read this one already. Well, I hope you left this man. Can you send us an update? Because to let you in, Kelsey, this guy has a baby mama who is beefing with her on Facebook and wrote a diss rap about her, and she's questioning whether she should stay in or not.
I'd feel
Is
flattered.
this the same girl who said she didn't want to be 30 and single? That might be a different person. Anyways, I hope you broke up with him. So again, break up with his ass. We don't have another advice.
I also want to hear the diss rap. I kind of
I was like, I want to hear the diss rap. Can we hear the diss rap?
send it to us. Send it to us.
Send it so we can hear.
Because I want to know what she said. And was any of the shit she was talking, did it kind of hurt because it was true?
Yeah.
You know, it hurts worse when they hit you in the true spots. Let us know. Well, never mind for advice. No advice this week, you guys. We're going to move on to the cocktails. have a cocktail that you would like to share, please email us cocktails@cocktailspod.com. Well, I sure hope we didn't do this. Well, do you have a cocktail, Kelsey?
I actually do have a cocktail.
Okay, perfect. We'll hear yours instead.
Okay. So this was a previous relationship. It was very short-lived, about 3 months. I was dating a guy. I want to make it short and sweet, kind of get to the punchline, right? So he basically moved into my house without really being invited, like started bringing his stuff over.
I know that move.
Okay. And it started with like, okay, yeah, you can stay at my place, no problem, because he worked really close to where I was living. So, and he lived like an hour away from his work. So he would come and stay at my house all the time. He started bringing out his stuff, bringing his clothes, taking space in my closet. So one day I'm just like, look, maybe you should go back to your apartment for a few days, right? Like, this is very new. I don't really want to be living with a guy right now. Like, you're great and all, but, you know, like, let's like just, you know,
space.
I need a little space. He did not take it very well. Okay. He kind of flipped out. So anyway, we got into an argument. I ended up having to like kick him out of my house and say, just go to work and we'll talk about it the next day. I'm going to go to bed because he worked nights. And so I went to bed. You guys.
He was under the bed.
I woke up to him standing over my bed. And I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not even joking. So he apparently left work early because he was texting me nonstop and I wasn't responding. And he thought I was lying about going to bed. And he thought like maybe I had a guy over at my house. So he got wasted.
At your house?
Yes. He got wasted drunk. He was fucking just so drunk. Standing over my bed, and I wake up to him.
Were you scared?
I was terrified. I was terrified. And I'm like, this is not the way to do this, right? Like, I was just like, what are you doing? He's like, you weren't answering my messages. I'm like, I'm sleeping. Like, are you good? And he just starts like, you did this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, look, you need to leave. You need to stop right now. And he wouldn't stop. I'm like, look, I'm telling you right now, you need to stop or I'm going to lose it. Didn't stop. I think my entire neighborhood heard me yelling at this man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You need to leave. That's what
I
you
ended
should
up
say
changing
in the
my
video.
locks that night.
Wow. He could have got shot. Like,
Yeah.
for real.
No, for real.
Or cut.
He could have gotten shot.
You're like,
you know how to use it.
I was carrying my gun around that night for sure.
That's absolutely wild.
So, okay, so he leaves.
Yeah.
You change the locks. Restraining order, I presume.
I did not do a restraining order because I just was like, look, just go home. Hopefully make it home because like I'm not helping you right now. Like that was weird. Yeah, change the locks. I actually set my alarm so that like if it's turned off with my old code, then it automatically alerts the police because I was actually terrified. Like it was really weird. So he kept messaging me all night, all the next day. And yeah, so I basically was just like, okay, come get your stuff. And he's like, well, I don't feel comfortable with you being at the house when I'm there to get my stuff. And I was like,
First of all, you don't feel comfortable with me being at my house, not the house, my house.
Mine.
Exactly.
Sorry,
I was like,
comfortable you standing over my bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, look, I'll leave the house. I'll take my dogs, get your stuff, and you can leave.
That was
He
so
came,
nice of you.
he got his stuff. He stole all my hangers.
I knew he was about to be in
He
there
definitely
stealing.
gonna do
I knew he
something.
was
all my
stealing.
hangers.
Doing something.
And he threw a plant in the garbage. It was a plant he got me for my like graduation or whatever, and he threw it in the trash. I'm like, why you hurting a plant for no reason? It's a plant, baby. Come on. Like,
you know, when relationships go left, it really is wild. Like it's like
crazy.
we really was vibing at one point, and now it's like
Dr. Jekyll and
yeah,
Mr.
I'm actually
Hyde, you're
like
a
really
whole new
embarrassed about that relationship.
I have quite a few
It's
of
fine.
those.
We all make dumbass decisions and just cringe when you see the people walking down the street.
Just like,
or
what
on
was
our
I
timeline.
thinking?
What happened? Like, you know what? It was probably a time when you were just like detached from yourself. and not like in your body. Like there was a guy that I used to date and it was not even that long and he started to do the same thing and he lived far from his job, but I lived in Buckhead and it was like walking distance from his building. This is the Google Doc dude. And at first I didn't mind him spending the night at the house, but then he started to like, he was getting too comfortable and he was like, well, my job's right around the corner. And I was like, yeah, but that's your fault. Like you should have moved. You can't just be here all day. And it was like he was like, I'm gonna work from home today. And it would be in my place. And I was
That's
like,
not working from home.
he was like, could you make me a hookah? No, go home.
A damn minute. If you don't take your ass up the street to house a hookah or somewhere else, anywhere.
And then I really was like the audacity of men, because when women do that, when we start too soon bringing stuff over, saying they don't even try to gently be like,
we're smothering.
Yeah.
We're smothering. Oh, we're too much.
So what you about to do? Like it's just like,
quickly.
Yeah.
Even though I've been here for 2 weeks and it was all fine.
Yeah.
And now you're asking me dumb questions like what I'm about to do. I was gonna do you, but I guess that's not on the menu. I mean, I don't know. You want to watch a movie? I wasn't going anywhere. I came with my luggage. So I know what he was doing. But that is crazy to pop up at your house and be standing over you like the next thriller I'm gonna read. That's wild. I'm glad you made it out of there.
Yeah, I'm
unscathed.
too.
And
I'm
Kelsey-
glad I made it out of that relationship.
Me too. Strong and pretty. I'm glad that you were able to come here, sit with us this week, talk to us a little bit about beauty. I want you to let everybody know where they can find you, how they can book, even if y'all just want to do a consultation. I was someone who was scared. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to do anything with my face. And she is just, I trust her so much. She is not going to overdo anything and she's going to guide you. I call her my beauty godmother.
Beauty
'cause
godmother.
It's just like,
yeah.
it's amazing. So let everybody know where they can find you.
So you can follow my socials, the Inked NP, that's IG and also TikTok. But I work at Slim Studio in Buckhead. So come see me.
It's a very cute studio too. Very
It is
vibey.
really cute. Yeah.
It's good vibes.
We also do body contouring.
Y'all do.
You did the M sculpt.
And the little booty thing.
Yeah.
That booty thing.
Like the suction cup thing?
No, I haven't done it, but it's the non-surgical BBL.
Well, that's the injectable.
The-
but we also do
oh.
like the muscle contraction stimulation. So it basically like
Oh.
you're getting a workout and you're like laying on a table.
Oh, I did that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that
Mhm.
one. Yeah, I felt like I was kind of like actually having contractions.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least you got to lay down while you did it. It's not like doing crunches.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I want to remind you guys to make sure you check out the description box of today's episode for all the links to everything that was promoted in the episode today. And you can also check out Kelsey and you can check out everything that me and Medina have going on. And make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, rate, review, all of the things, whether you're watching or listening, and tell a friend to check out CockTales. We're at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Said So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Sweet on the dry. Bye. Bye. Bye.